Good day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Werner van Dijk, and with me today is Carmen Boetis, and we want to briefly talk to you about why data is important for you as a producer. We will provide you with some insights into what buyers want to see, as well as how data can benefit your business to farm more effectively and ensure better production is achieved.
Everyone's always talking about sustainability, ESG, social and environmental compliance, but what does it really mean if there's no data? Discussions on these topics lack clarity, and without tangible data, it means nothing if you can't measure or prove something. Say, for example, if a producer is doing their risk assessment in their business, they might include a potential risk such as fire safety, or in particular, having an evacuation plan for when a fire breaks out in an orchard. This might seem like a highly unlikely event for the business, but if something were to happen, the business now already has a procedure in place and ensures that the workers and management know what to do. By doing this, you protect your workers and your business alike.
Yes, data is something that protects your business, and has not only become something that is being used by all types of organizations and industries, but it has remained the best way by which a business can evaluate their performance daily. So let's start by looking at the role data plays. Firstly, data informs decision making. Data serves as the foundation upon which informed decisions are made. For example, if you do not know how much fuel your business is using, can you start by planning and running your business effectively? Something as simple as fuel impacts not only expenditure or profit or your everyday running costs and requirements, but it also tells a story of whether a business's operations are impacting their carbon footprint or whether the business is operating sustainably. So from choosing sustainable farming practices all the way through to evaluating the social impact of our operations, data provides the insights needed to navigate the everyday complex landscape of modern agriculture. Secondly, data is used to measure progress. Data allows us to measure progress towards, for example, sustainability goals. By tracking key metrics such as your water usage, carbon footprint, and even worker welfare, we can assess our performance and identify areas of improvement.
That's right. Data ensures accountability and transparency. By documenting its practices and outcomes, a business can report back to its stakeholders, consumers, and regulatory bodies on how they're performing. This is needed to allow businesses to create more value in their operations, but also because many of these requirements are deemed necessary as part of compliance. Over the last several years, the impact of data on farm and packhouse level has been a focus for buyers globally. There's a very specific need for buyers, especially exporters, importers, and retailers, to obtain credible data to determine whether their suppliers are managing the risks in their business and are aiming to become more sustainable over time. Anyone can report on, for example, their water use efficiency, but without real-time data to back it up, how can it be credible? This doesn't just speak to measuring data and reporting on it, but indicating where potential risks are within the business as well. Similarly, the business would be able to use the data to spot any inconsistencies or trends as the season progresses.
So, what is the solution for a business? Data helps a business to measure their performance against certain criteria. So let's think of an audit, for example, where a business receives certain findings and then embarks on the journey of fixing these non-compliances by showing improvement. These improvements should be visible to the buyers as well. Siza provides visibility on the business's practices, and that is why when a buyer requests a visibility link on a producer's profile, a business will need to accept it to allow the buyer to view the compliance status.
That makes sense. Why do buyers need traceability, transparency, and visibility?
Good question. The main aim is to allow the buyer to understand whether there are any risks within their supply chain. Because at the end of the day, the product that is bought between the producer and the retailer is offered to a consumer, whether it be locally or internationally. This consumer wants to know that the product that they are buying was in fact sourced and produced ethically and sustainably.
So why is there this pressure from the market to obtain data from the farm or packhouse? It's very important that we understand that the consumer is very different globally from what we might know in South Africa. Producers who export their products to the EU, UK, or the Americas are subject to the needs of the consumers internationally. Therefore, requirements such as international legislation and market requirements form the baseline for what the product and the business must meet, especially when we look at social and environmental audits.
That is true. At the end of the day, it is all about showcasing improvement. This happens through various ways, such as when a producer does their corrective actions after an audit and providing implementation consistently every year, and then being able to show to the buyer that the business is in fact meeting the necessary requirements. But I guess the question then is, how can a business monitor their trends and consistently evaluate their drive towards sustainability by using the data that they have more effectively?
Well, I'm very excited to tell you more about the Siza Digital Record Keeping Program. This program is a valuable tool for South African producers looking to enhance and showcase their agricultural practices. As we know, credible data on compliance is vital for retailers, importers, and buyers because it provides transparency, enables real-time monitoring throughout the supply chain, manages risks, and facilitates collaboration. Markets are focused on data related to businesses' sustainability factors, such as understanding trends related to water use and energy efficiency, or looking at trends in your business on how effectively you are implementing environmental sustainability practices.
That makes sense, because we're often approached by markets and buyers who want to gather more information on their suppliers' sustainability practices. So, Carmen, what kind of data can be tracked using this program?
This program allows producers, packhouses, and processing facilities to input data on their yield, water usage, fuel consumption, fertilizers, chemicals, and waste management. Also, once a full 12-month cycle's data has been captured, the program generates in-depth PDF reports of all of the inputs and outputs tracked, and assists users by calculating their efficiencies and generating comprehensive summaries, graphs, and charts that can be used throughout the capturing process. This allows businesses to make data-driven decisions as the season progresses. The more data you have, the more you can gain from the program, as reports can be drawn over multiple years or multiple sites the more you use it. This data can also be used to conduct a carbon footprint calculation using an accredited third-party service, such as Confronting Climate Change. Furthermore, the visibility of this data is always in the producer's hands. Markets and buyers can request to be linked for visibility on digital record-keeping data, which is a separate process from visibility that you mentioned earlier on SAQ and audit data. The producer can then allow or reject visibility requests and only share the information with markets they choose to see their data.
It is quite clear to me that having the data in your business and having it readily available not only protects your business, but it helps with seeing that the impact of your practices create new goals and suitable solutions to farm and operate more sustainably. Thank you, Carmen, for sharing your insights with us today. And if someone would like to get into contact for more information, who can they call?
Any farm, packhouse, buyer, or any other interested party can contact us by emailing the Siza team or contacting our office directly. We offer various workshops and trainings on these topics and would be happy to assist and guide the business.
Thank you very much. Please feel free to let us know if you have any questions.